hello! Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ngayong araw na to, meron na naman tayong bisita dito sa SB Crown Pageant News Today. Isa sa mga kandidata sa Miss Universe Philippines 2020 at excited naman ako makilala itong bago nating bisita at syempre alamin natin kung ano ang meron sa kanyang advocacy, ano ba ang mga backstory niya na pwede niyang i-share sa atin lahat para naman makilala natin ng gusto. At ito nga ay wala nang iba kundi si Miss Muntinlupa Universe Maricres Valdez Castro. Hello, Maricres! How are you, Maricres?
Okay. Oh, nako, miss naman kita. It's so good to see you again.
Maricres, thank you so much kasi pinaunlakan mo ang invitation ko sa'yo. Maraming salamat to accept my invitation. And then, of course, but today, Maricres, I'm not alone because we have a co-host.
I'm so excited.
She is a pageant blogger and then she is a Miss Universe, I don't know what date. But for sure, matutuwa ka dahil makakasama natin siya ngayon. Si G. San Pedro.
Oh my God!
Hello,
Hi.
G!
Yes. I don't know what happened with my connection. Hi! But I was able to catch up a while ago. Hi, Miss Muntinlupa. It's so nice to see you today.
Nice to see you
So
too,
yun,
Miss G.
G, tinatanong ko kay Maricres kung kamusta ang sitwasyon nila sa Muntinlupa and dugtungan ko para makahabol ka. Maricres, did you feel any anxiety during pandemic and then how do you surpass this situation or this feeling?
Oh, absolutely po. I'm one with the rest of the world po. Sobrang anxious ako. Well, when is it gonna end? Is it gonna end next week, 2 weeks from now, 1 month? And look how many days, 150 days later, it's still not over yet. And so it's just been a lot of prayer, a lot of fasting sometimes, just asking God for guidance. And also po, just being creative, creating art, creating music, creating drawings, and serving. I've loved being able to volunteer with Lawyers for Doctors, which is an organization that's been out also connecting frontliners to food, to PPEs, and we're still on the ground helping out. So it's been an honor to be connected and to use this platform as a means to provide a purpose amidst this pandemic to people and invite others to volunteer with us. So our viewers can check out Lawyers for Doctors, and also the Philippine Red Cross, why I'm wearing red today, is also soliciting donations of blood because you can also save a life during this pandemic by donating your blood. So save a life and check out your local Philippine Red Cross.
Can I ask a question for her?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Now, you mentioned a while ago that you're doing such, an incredible job, helping frontliners, right? If you can just give a message of hope to our frontliners right now, what will you say to them? And of course, to everyone who's also watching, who's experiencing anxiety or depression because of this pandemic, what will be your message to them?
I love this quote by Batman. It's from Batman, actually. It's the night is darkest just before the dawn, but the dawn is coming. So kapit lang tayo. Just keep holding on, because this difficult time, this dark time we're going through right now, it won't last forever because of the one above us who's leading the way to a new future for us beyond this pandemic, beyond this time of uncertainty, that we have purpose-filled lives, that we were born and brought into this world with each of us with talents, with tools, with skills, with voices to bring about change. And I believe that God has given each and every one of us that opportunity to live and to become that spark, that light, despite this darkness. So kapit lang, you're not alone. I know it feels dark right now. You might feel alone. I feel alone sometimes too. Even with my whole family around me, it can feel a little overwhelming what's going on right now. So
Yeah.
Definitely take a mental health check, take a mental health break, set proper boundaries about things that might trigger you or might make you feel uncomfortable. And it's okay for making time for self-care.
That's true.
In order for us to care for others, we also have to care for ourselves. and take care of the body, the temple God gave us, in order for us
Wow.
to be able to go out and serve other people, especially our frontliners. I'm talking to you because you're every day in, day out. No, I'm gonna cry because as this Christmas season approaches in October, our frontliners are continuing to serve. And in my Bible study, we have frontliners who have put themselves out of the house so they can't be with their kids. They can't hold their kids because they're afraid to give them the virus. And so, can you imagine going through Christmas not being able to hold your family because you're serving our country? And so, especially as October is coming around, the Burr months, I really am, my heart's breaking for our frontliners. Let's all just do our part, pray for our frontliners, look for ways to serve, like lawyers for doctors, or helping save lives by donating blood. We can each be a part of making a difference. And you can only donate blood once a month. So kahit, up until December, it's August, you can donate. And, August 31st is a holiday, but September, October, November, December, I could donate 4 more times. So,
Yes.
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 So may question lang ako. So, Maricres, please tell me about yourself and your backstory, and then please tell about your advocacy.
Absolutely. So a little bit about me is I grew up in a medical missionary family. So God's always at the center of what we do. And when I was growing up, my grandmother was the first doctora out of Sorsogon and moved to the US to practice medicine, but she never forgot her hometown. And when I was 12 years old, she built the first hospital in Pilar, Sorsogon. And being there, watching her serve the people, watching her open up the first hospital to have access, that was life-changing for me, to see how one person can make a difference for so many, just out of following God's calling. So for me, that's what I've always done. I've tried to do at least is pray and then ask God where He's calling me. So far, it's been medical school, so I'm pursuing medicine at University of Perpetual Health, along with my master's degree in teaching science education. So I'm a big nerd, is a second thing about me. I was chairman of the Northwest University Science Society, where I was a full ride scholar and an athlete. So that's why I'm a little bit bulky, strong. Yeah.
How about your backstory?
Yes, and I served and lived in Africa in a country called Zambia for 2 years. And I got to name a baby when I was in Africa. So that was pretty cool. I've never even had a baby. And I was like, I'm not qualified for this. Are you sure? And my best friend, Mrs. Yotam, one of the healthcare workers, said, Mameri, it is an honor for us to have you name our baby. And oh my gosh. She said she had 5 daughters. And then this was her first son. And she asked me to name her son.
Okay, wow, amazing.
Yeah.
And how about your advocacy?
Oh yes, so my advocacy, it's also around reaching out to children, just like the one I got to name. I actually sponsor a child through Chosen Children's Village Foundation, CCV. His name's PJ, and he's 3 years old. And my life has just been changed by getting to know him, becoming a part of his life. And it's only 400 pesos a month to sponsor a child through CCV. And they particularly cater to disabled abandoned children in Cavite, and they house 80 abandoned disabled children. And the past 3 years, I've been volunteering also with the Tuloy Foundation, which got me involved in rescued street children. And that's why my advocacy is #AdoptionAngelsPH, to address directly the over 2 million abandoned children living in the Philippines. So even though PJ is just one life, or the Tuloy Foundation, they're helping over 3,000 children right now. We can each make a difference. So I invite everyone to check them out, Tuloy Foundation or CCV, Chosen Children's Village. They're right here in the Philippines, and they're making a difference right now. And I just love being able to be their spokesperson on this national level. And it's so close to my heart po. Kasi in Africa, when I was volunteering with children there, here in Asia, volunteering with children here, it's so close to my heart, and it's something that it makes me come alive. It gives me so much hope to see them succeed. Some of the kids at the Tuloy Foundation, they've actually become football players for the Astals. Some of them have internships in Paris and in Germany and in New York for culinary arts, and you would never believe their background. So you just give a child a chance, and that's all they need. They'll surprise you every time. So that's why I'm so happy all the time. I think it's just these kids bring me so much hope.
Actually, gusto ko rin mag-adapt in the future, but syempre kailangan financially stable, tapos yung kaya mo na talaga. But one of my plan in my life, makapag-adapt ako ng bata. Kasi syempre, mag-isa lang ako, wala naman akong anak, wala din akong pamilya. So, gusto ko talaga makapag-adapt.
Me too! Oh my gosh, oh, that's so beautiful. And
maybe 2 years from now.
Wow! Let me know. We'll give you a shout out din sa CCB and Tuloy. Congratulations! We'll celebrate with you.
G, did you have any questions?
Well, hearing her story right now, I can say that if ever this girl will win Miss Universe Philippines, I think the experience that she have right now, doing nonprofit charities or helping nonprofit organization can actually her edge to every candidates, because that will be her inspiration fighting for the crown, for the Miss Universe title. My question for you, I just want to jump into this question because normally around this time it should be pageant season. It should be we already have that Miss Universe candidate, right, representing the Philippines in the Miss Universe beauty pageant. What will be the plans of Miss Universe Philippines right now during this pandemic? What are we expecting during the finals night? Can you give us some information about it?
Absolutely. So what I can give you right now is that Miss Universe Philippines is so focused on helping the Philippines rebuild and re-heal. We are all suffering, whether it's from the physical illness or the mental aspect of it. We're all going through a lot of loss of jobs, loss of loved ones. And I love that Miss Universe Philippines has kind of pivoted. They've shifted to really focusing on the aspect of a beauty queen's role in society today to be relevant. So I'm so excited to continue to be a part of this journey. And in the finals night, you're going to see a lot of class, a lot of what truly makes us Filipino. And I'm so excited to showcase my own national costume. My designer, Nel Claveria, did an incredible job. And, I haven't seen the other girls yet, but I can just tell you right now, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal.
I have a question, Maricres. Why did you decide to join Miss Universe instead of Binibining Pilipinas or Miss World or Miss Earth?
Absolutely. So, I wanted to join Miss Universe Philippines because it's the first ever batch, and I think, if I would have become, and I thank God, I did become a part of the first batch, it would be something that I could be proud of for my city. I know I could do our city proud, but also it would be a great story to tell to my future grandchildren or great-grandchildren about this journey. And it's been truly unique, not just because it's the first batch, but because of everything going on in the world with the pandemic, with the crises happening all over the world. It's been an honor to have an actual platform to speak and to use my voice to address what's going on in Yemen, to address what's going on in America with the Black Lives Matter movement, to be invited to be a part of the discussions happening in New Zealand regarding our Filipino culture. Miss Universe Philippines has truly, given me a universal platform, and I can't undertone how grateful I am just to even be a candidate. So that's why I chose it.
Excited. Do you have a question, G?
No, I'm just so impressed about how she she tells us more about her advocacy, and you can actually feel it that she's very genuine, discussing about her platform, her advocacy. And I'm also impressed because she's very knowledgeable about the current situation that is happening in the world right now. She mentioned about Yemen, she mentioned about New Zealand. Oh my God, like this is a queen that we're looking for. Like a queen that, that knows everything that is happening, not just in the Philippines, but also to the entire world, the universe, rather. I am so proud of you. I'm so impressed. Like what I've mentioned a while ago, your picture that was uploaded in the Miss Universe Philippines account did not give you any justice. If if you will ask my opinion about it, you need to have another shot of that photo.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I hope everyone can also agree, right?
Yeah,
I'm sorry?
I hope so.
I
but-
hope everyone can agree. Like, watching her right now, even the viewers, if they're familiar with Maricres from Muntinlupa, they can check the Instagram account of Miss Universe Philippines. They can actually compare that picture and this person right now doing the live conversation is really, really different. You are beautiful. You are gorgeous today.
And
That's
of course,
all.
she's had a good heart.
Yeah, you can actually sense it, Sam, right? The genuinity that she have right now. Amazing.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
really appreciate
Okay, Maricres, tell us about any challenges that you experienced and how you overcame it.
This particular challenge is very personal to me because during the pandemic, there were a lot of undertones happening, and so the undertones specifically regarding sexual assault, rape, violence, those are all kind of triggering topics for me. And so the challenge was, after seeing those kind of comments, speaking about those kind of things, because I love being involved with our youth, and so they would invite me to speak, invite me to become a part of their conversation or campaigns, but it was a little bit triggering for me. So I had trouble sleeping actually almost for 3 months. It was so hard. And so it was really difficult. And I think it's just also, just being super honest with you, it was very difficult for me to cope again after being triggered. And so I just feel like prayer played such an important role. Also opening up to my family that I was having a hard time, my friends that I was having a hard time, and there's no shame in that. And I just want to let our viewers know that if you are feeling overwhelmed and you are having a hard time, don't be afraid to reach out, because God did not make us to walk alone. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to say, me too, I'm having a hard time. Can we pray together? Can we talk about this? And we can. So, and we will get through it. We will overcome. So I actually, just to be completely honest with you, towards the end of my Peace Corps service, I was sexually assaulted by a Filipino.
Oh my God.
Overseas. Yes, and that's what people don't understand, is that happens because 80% of sexual assaults happen by people you know, and it usually happens in your own home.
Yes.
And so I just want to use my story as a platform also to tell people that this is happening right now in our communities. And please don't ask what someone was wearing, because please don't ask what did you do to deserve that, because no one deserves that. No one deserves to be treated like that. No one deserves that experience. And I think we really need a shift in our society in how we deal with these tough issues, because it is lifelong. And I think I love pageantry so much because it was the first time, I'm all about service, and it was the first time I thought, what can I do to make myself beautiful? And what can I do to self-improve and to love myself and to feel confident again in my body? And I just wanted to say thank you to all of you, like pageant bloggers and everyone who's watching, because you encourage us and you help us motivate us to become the best version of ourselves. So
I